What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Weezy. Welcome to Jay Weezy's World. So, I'm in the lab, no headband. It's because I'm gonna take you guys along my morning before I actually get to the gym later. Wife and I, we have some holiday photos we're gonna take tomorrow. So today I'm gonna get nice and sharp. I was wanting to get my hair cut last week and the week before, but I figured I decided I would look crazy for 2 weeks and then get my hair cut because, like, this is wild. I never have a crispy fade. You guys probably can't tell that because I'm always wearing my headband in my videos, what have you, but I do like a good crispy fade. I'm actually sitting outside of my barber right now. Been going to my dude Kevin for the last 3 months. My barber before then, I was going to for about 4 years, but he kept moving locations, and the location he's at right now, even though he does a fantastic job, it's just the commute back and forth is just a whole commitment. And so decided to switch it up. It's around the corner. I'm in, I'm out. He does a fantastic job. So I'm looking forward to get crispy. And then after this, I'm gonna go get, well, a couple things. I don't know what order I'm gonna do it in, but I need to get my eyebrows threaded. Yes, I get my eyebrows threaded. Keep the grooming up, fellas. Keep it up. The ladies love it. They appreciate that. So get a lot of compliments on the eyebrows. Actually on my eyelashes too, for whatever reason. I guess because they're long and girls are like, oh my God, you got some nice eyelashes. The only opinion that matters is the wife's opinion, so let me just say that first and foremost. But a couple things I need to get, because again, we're doing our photos tomorrow. Went shopping last week, got the fit, and so we're gonna get our grown and sexy on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So take some photos, feel good. And I was really trying to grow like a beard. I don't know if you noticed the struggle beard in my last few videos, but trying to get some facial hair going. But my facial hair doesn't really grow in full, so it takes a while, like a month, 2 months, for it to actually really kind of grow in nicely. So I went ahead and just shaved this morning. That way I can look good for the photos. But then also we have the Chicago trip in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna keep it low until the beginning of the year and just kind of look wild after that as far as my facial hair. Because, you know, there's always that awkward stage when it comes to your facial hair. Some of you guys are blessed enough to where it grows in nice and thick immediately. But mine takes a little bit to actually, okay, get to a length where then you can kind of, you know, do something with it, what have you. So, yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and run some errands. We're gonna go ahead and get to the gym later. It is my push day, and I'm looking forward to it. Got some good sleep last night, although I got woken up early because my apartment complex, they're doing some upgrades, you know, around the paving and all that. And so I was sleeping like a little toddler. And then boom, woke me up. And it's one of those things where you're sleeping so good that once you get woken up, you're not gonna go back to sleep the way you were. So I've kind of been up since about 5:30. So, man, but I am like, like having my hair look, not having a crispy fade is, bothers me. So, you know, I'm a pretty big dude, right? But I'm a pretty big dude. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and get chopped up. I'll see you guys here in a minute. Woo! Yeah! Crispy. Feeling good, look good, feel good, right? All right, let's go get to this next errand. I'll see you guys in a minute. Decided to go ahead and come to the car wash and actually wash the car myself. Just went through the little drive-through, and I have all kinds of stuff in my, I stay stacked up with the auto detailing stuff in my trunk, so I'm just grabbing some stuff, go ahead and dry it off, and get the whip looking right. You know, wifey hooked me up a couple months ago, so a lot of times I'll get a detail, but sometimes I'll just go ahead. For a while I was just detailing it myself, so I like to get back in the swing of things and just detailing things myself if I can. All right, so the whip is clean and I'm about to take off. My hands are filthy. And yeah, the weather was super nice today, so I'm like, let me go ahead and just detail things myself. I like to detail things if I can, but sometimes with the Phoenix weather, it can be crazy, so I'll just have them detail it. But you know, I do a lot of miles in my car. I'm obviously in the car a lot, so I want to make sure it's clean when possible. I'm gonna try to find a little local restaurant. They don't have a bathroom or restroom inside for me to wash my hands. There's a Chick-fil-A right over here, so I'm probably gonna stop in there really quick, wash my hands, and then head to go get my eyebrows threaded. I'll see you guys in a minute. Come on now, don't tell me your boy out here ain't looking dapper. And why didn't you guys tell me I had that white line from the barber earlier? It's gone now, but yeah, you think this was a mistake? Takes effort. All right, so back in the lab, and I actually just left the shoe store, and I'm not gonna say it was a bust because they had some nice boots. And let me clarify, I'm not talking like cowboy boots, which I'd like to get some cowboy boots at some time, but more so like your construction worker, like bigger type of like work boot type look, like a tan to a dark brown. So they had some good options, but let me kind of unpack that a little bit and why I didn't get them. So when I went to the store the other day, I bought some jeans I'm gonna wear for the photo shoot. And honestly, during the work week, I didn't have time to take them to the tailor. There's a tailor that I go to. First of all, let me interrupt. This sugar-free white peach flavor of Liquid IV, fire. If you haven't had it, try it out. But anyways, so let me make sure I don't get the powder everywhere, just clean the car. So I didn't have time to take them. My point is that I didn't have time to take them to the tailor because I'm a short guy and I'm a bigger guy, so I usually have to get pants from like the big and tall section, and then I get them like I get them taken in the legs, and then I get them hemmed. And I have actually just take a pair of pants that I already have there with them, and because they did my originals, and so they use that as a template. But my concern was, in which I didn't even think about it, my concern was that if I get these boots, you know, I'm not going to wear them again besides the photo shoot. Excuse the noise. Besides the photo shoot, in which monetarily, like, because I bought them and I would wear them again, but I'm not just a boot person per se. And I called the wife just to get her opinion on a couple of them. She's like, well, did you try the pants on with the shoes I plan on wearing are these brown Stacy Adams dress shoes, and I love them. And I'm like, no, I didn't try them on with the pants, because what I don't want is, like, because my pants aren't hemmed, to have all this extra pant at the dress shoe, if that makes sense, where I feel like if the boot will kind of create more area, so that way it doesn't look kind of ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, well, let me go home after the gym, try them on, and then I just go back to the store later. We'll see. But ideally, they just fit properly. But what I'm also probably gonna do is just take these shirts that I have for the photo shoot and try them on with pants I currently have. You know, she's kind of hard set on, you know, the pants that I'm gonna wear for the photo shoot being the ones I got last week. So, you know, happy wife, happy life. Hey, you know, she wanted to do the photo shoot and she wants a particular look. I'm with that. I'm good with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and head to the gym now. Hopefully you guys like the bit of a micro vlog before the gym. You know, please let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. You know, just a little bit about what's going on behind closed doors with your boy Jay. And let's take a look at the workout. So what I have here is, of course, it's push, right? So it's gonna be my push day, and then of course it's gonna have some pressing movements, incline, bringing in the flat, got some dumbbells involved, barbells, and then getting into some overhead press, some shoulders, and then of course getting into tricep push, 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 push. So I'll see you guys back at the gym, or here at the gym, in a few minutes. I'm gonna hydrate a little bit on the way there, and make these gains. All right, the program called for push, and I'm out to push it. Keep on pushing. No, I tried anyways. All right, so we're gonna get things started off with incline barbell bench press. And of course, I'm gonna get my warm up set, always with the barbell first, get those muscles nice and primed, get my little 10 piece, and then my little side to side action to really get those shoulders warmed up. I did 2 sets of these. If you've seen my previous videos, you always know I'm gonna knock these out before I get into my work in sets. Now, because I hit a PR last week, I wanted to kind of test and see where my strength was, but not do too much, right? I don't want to go crazy. I want to make sure that it's a bit of a longer session today, and so hopefully the video is not too long. I love to hear your guys' feedback in the comments section, but I'm gonna get things started off. Usually it's 135. I felt a little bit Arnold, a little Schwarzeneggerish today. Yeah, right. I'm starting off with 155 and going through my little routine as always, making sure my back is flat, pressing my chest down, and then I'm going to do a set of 10. And one thing I'm really trying to be cognizant of is my range of motion. I feel like it's pretty solid. Love to hear your guys' feedback in the comment section. Based on the width of my back, I'm not gonna always gonna come down and like have the bar touch my chest in all cases, but I feel like the range of motion is solid, and I'm holding the weight underneath and actually carrying the weight versus just jerking it up and down. So the first set I felt pretty good with. Again, hadn't started off with 155, always been 130 the last however many weeks. So progress is progress. I'm gonna go ahead and boot it up to 185 now. Is it 185? Yeah, 185. My math is off a little bit. And so priming myself up a little bit. Now, my goal was to get 8. In the past, I was getting about, if I was doing these 4 to maybe 6, my goal today again was 8. And so I am going to get in 3 sets. I'm not going to do the 4th set with, trying to see if I could do 225. I know I can do the 225. And so I just want to keep some energy for later in my lift as far as the additional portion of the workout. But I was super excited and happy and proud of myself of getting the 185 for 8 repetitions. Now, got in my head a little bit here. I still feel good about it, but um, just kind of jacking myself up a little bit right now. I don't know about you guys. I mentioned previously that I kind of go through this routine now where I'm kind of like thinking of things that kind of tick me off, quite frankly. I don't know if that sounds weird or not. I usually kind of just focus in on the music, but I'm just really trying to get in that zone of just like really trying to take out any frustration or just my energy out on the weights. So that's been a practice over the last, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So right now what we have on the bar is 205, and my goal was I wanted 4. I got 4. I'm proud of the 4, but I really wanted to push it to see if I can get 5 or 6. And I think if I had a spotter there, I might have gotten the fifth and sixth one. But honestly, I know I continue to see the move the needle every week. And if you're following along with my journey, you've been seeing it too. So moving on to flat dumbbell bench press. I haven't done flat in a while. You guys know that if you've seen the videos. And so in my head, I'm like, should I start off lighter? Because I feel like I was falling back again because I haven't done flat in a bit. So I started off with the 80s, and the angle felt so weird to me. I'm like, let me lighten up a little bit. So I got out, I think, 6 reps here, and I'm like, let me go ahead and transition to the 70s because there is a difference in how you are feeling at the different angles, right? Sitting vertical straight up, incline, decline, flat. And so for me, for whatever reason, I just felt like I was feeling a little bit awkward. So let me lessen the weight, make sure I get my stabilizers, make sure I get my balance down right, and the weight will increase over the weeks. Honestly, for me, it's not even about necessarily the weight, it's making sure I'm getting a good workout. I'm not here to ego lift, I'm here to stimulate the muscle and make sure, yeah, the weight is moving week over week, but I also want to make sure that I'm not going to put myself in danger with the amount of weight that I'm lifting. Like it just really isn't worth it at the end of the day. So want to make sure I get that down right first. So I did 3 sets of 8 to 10. I did finish all 10 with each set, and I felt really good about it. And I feel like my form is looking pretty solid. Got my feet on the ground. I'm a short guy, so I can't get flat-footed, but I'm making sure that my toes are pressed on the ground. I have a nice little arch on my back somewhat, and I have my shoulders flat to the bench press. And I am not one that is going to drop the dumbbells on the floor. That kills me when people drop the dumbbells on the floor. Respect to the community. Always, if you can't put down the weight properly, you should probably not pick it up. That's what I'm going to say. So moving on to flies. Now it did go for dumbbell flies, but I haven't done pec deck in a couple weeks, and so I'm like, let me go ahead and switch it up because again, it's variations matter, right? And so wanted to go ahead and get in the pec deck, doing 3 sets of 10 to 12. And the weight I'm doing here, I believe, is 145. Usually I stay around the 115, 130 range. Again, increasing the weight a little bit. And it was kind of weird because I started to get like a headache. And honestly, since I woke up at, I think I slept on my neck wrong, and so I kind of had somewhat of a headache all day, like tiny. And then when I was doing this movement, I just started to feel like a sharp, I'm not gonna say pain, but just a irritation on the right side of my head, which went away at some point. But I just think between the straining and it just maybe just the blood being rushed to my head and chest, what have you. So you might see my face kind of like look a little um, like irritable, like right here. I'm kind of just mm, right there, not feeling too good. So moving on to side lateral raises. Now, I am going to be doing a triple drop set, and so and again, if you don't know what that means, I'm going to start off at one weight, do 10 reps, lower the weight, do another 10 reps, lower the weight, and then do another 10 reps. So doing 3 sets basically of 30 reps each. And what I started off with was 85, went down to 60, and then went down to 50 for each one of these. Now, I didn't do dumbbell just because I feel like this is a bit more efficient. Just to use this machine. I like this machine, and so this is one of those things though where I wish I had a partner when it comes to drop sets, especially when it comes to pin loaded weights. That way I don't have to necessarily get up. It's not a huge rest period. You're talking about maybe 5 seconds, so I'm really trying to get up and move as quick as possible and lower the weight. So if I had a partner, boom, 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 it's just half the time, I guess. So just be a little bit more efficient with the weight adjustment there. So feeling good. Look at your boy Weezy, man. Like camera adjustment, camera adjustment. All right, so now we're moving on to triceps. We knocked out chest, knocked out shoulders, and now we're going to go ahead and do our uh, shoulders. What am I talking about? I'm thinking I'm moving on to triceps. Anyways, um, so I'm doing a what is it? Geez, why am I having a brain fart? Um, Superset. Um, so I'm going to superset cable raises, right? Front lateral raises. I'm doing 3 sets of 10, and I'm going to superset this with upright rows. So I'm using both sides of this machine. So right now it's a little bit a couple hours after the workout, and so I don't know why I'm forgetting what I'm doing here. So again, front lateral raises, and then supersetting this with 10 reps of the upright rows. And I like to use this easy bar because I feel like I don't always just want to use the straight bar. You guys have seen me use the straight bar in previous videos. And with the cambered bar, I feel like it's a little bit less strain on the wrists. And so I do like to use the cambered bar or easy bar when it comes to upright rows and some other movements. So I'm going to knock out, again, 3 sets of the front lateral raise and then 3 sets of the upright rows. And they were killer, like getting in the volume. So now I'm moving into close grip bench press. Now I'm using this machine, and I like to use this machine because I feel really stable. And again, I kind of talked about my experience with the flat earlier, but even then, I still like to use this machine because I can really focus in on just the triceps. And what I'm trying to impress upon you guys here is I have my hand placements really kind of at the tip of the bars and not in the middle and not on the outside. I'm making sure that I'm pushing out and I'm not flaring my elbows out. I'm actually tucking my elbows in. That way it's focusing on the tricep. Now, I hope this doesn't look silly, but I went ahead and just like kind of lifted my sleeve up. I know I'm not some swole dude, but I'm lifting my sleeve up just to kind of hopefully show you the more emphasis on I'm just tucking my elbow back and pushing forward, right? Tucking my elbow back and pushing forward so that way I can get that close grip bench press feel. And with these, I am doing 3 sets of 10 and they feel really good. Again, it's just straight tricep. Obviously, there's chest involved and shoulder involved, but if you have this machine at your gym, it's definitely something I feel like really, really hits the triceps if you're doing it properly. And, tucking those elbows and you'll hit it nicely. Now, this is my last movement when it comes to triceps today. I'm doing this machine tricep extension, single arm. They have another version of this where it's doing curls, and so you've seen that in my previous video. If you watched it, go check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow along. But so I love this machine, and this is kind of one of the bummers as to why the gym's closing and permanently, and they have a lot of equipment for a lot of different types of movements, and so it is what it is. And, I'll miss it. But I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Hopefully, like the micro vlog along with the push day. Follow your boy. I'm on the road to 200. I appreciate all the recent subscribers and everybody that's subscribed over along the journey. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Your boy Weezy's out. Peace.